as the title says, there was some major TNA news today. You see, how's it work? Chase. Yes, I'll mention Chase again. He wants a share of the revenue sharing every time I mention his name. He's not getting it. Sorry, Chase. Yes, I mentioned your name yet again. Ha ha ha. Saying, did you read what the new Observer update? I was like, what Observer update? I looked and went, oh, you mean that Jim Ross, freaking Bell's palsy? Is that how you pronounce it? Anyway, had it again. I was like, that's kind of sad. He's like, no, not that. Read some more. Oh, damn it. Daphne breaks her arm, TNA misses the spot, and Daphne breaks her arm. Good go, TNA! And it was like, no, that's pretty crappy, but that's not what I was talking about either. Read a little bit more, and Nigel McGuinness signed with TNA. Oh? Was he supposed to be going to WWE? Now, apparently he signed with TNA. Apparently he's already debuted as I'm doing this. The tapings are going on. Apparently, spoiler time, you don't want to hear it. Sorry. Apparently he's going to go right into an angle with Kurt Angle. As apparently he attacks Kurt Angle, so there we go. Just to put that out. Great way to introduce him. I hope that's not the way they introduce him, as I would imagine 75% of the people watching TNA probably won't know who Nigel McGuinness is, and they're not naming him Nigel McGuinness. They're naming him Dylan Wolf. I'm sure for copyright purposes. Still sucks. TNA needs to get over itself and not try to pull the WWE shit. You know, WWE, I can understand when they want to copyright people's names because of the video game deals and the action figure deals and all of that stuff. I don't really like it, but at least I get it. TNA, you don't have a video game deal anymore. Sorry, you have an action figure deal, I guess, which is going to start up, I guess, next year. I don't know. But still, really, this is what we get? Come on. Continuing. But apparently, there's lots of rumors going around what happened. I can only tell you what I've heard, and what I've heard is that most of the rumors apparently aren't true. Something did happen to where Nigel is not going to the WWE with the contract, which means either he didn't pass a physical, he was maybe going to be sent to FCW and didn't want that, or, you know, maybe something else happened. Apparently it was not that the WWE was being late with the contract, or getting the contract, or with the negotiation, or anything like that. Apparently it was something else that happened. So, there you go. And of course the rumors are, what about Bryan Danielson? Apparently this has nothing to do with Bryan Danielson's deal, so don't read into things that aren't there. Like I said, apparently, according to just about everywhere you read, we'll know more tomorrow for some strange reason, which probably means that Dave Meltzer's the only one that really knows, and so everyone is waiting till tomorrow. Maybe we'll know more before then, but apparently that in lies the deal. So yes, TNA has Nigel McGuinness, which is good. I agree. I think that's good. They're going to push him right off the bat, which is good. Not so good with the name change. Not so good with the name change. But, you know, I came on here and I griped because I said, you know, TNA should have signed him. I would say even, to me, TNA should have signed him before they would have ever signed Bryan Danielson. Some people probably wouldn't agree with that. I, on the other hand, don't agree. I would say that he should have been signed a long time ago by TNA. I'm glad that they signed him. This will probably be a better fit particularly for McGuinness, because McGuinness, will be, and I will always call him that, by the way, will, you know, be thrown into the main event, won't have to work his way up, won't have to travel through, you know, the garbage that is, you know, the underclass of the WWE. It'll be interesting to see how everything works, but there is all of that as well. And also, warning! I'm sure most of you have probably already heard it, that could hear it, but Paul Heyman was on the other day with Brian Alvarez and Dave Meltzer talking about Captain Lou Albano. Because Captain Lou Albano passed away. I'm talking about the history, big, long, it's almost like 2-hour show. It was also the Bound for Glory review show. And on that show, they start talking about Shane McMahon, because that's, of course, the big, giant news. Even after the Nigel stuff breaks down, the Shane McMahon thing will be big, giant news that Shane McMahon left. And to quote Moral Virus, Jared, he died a little bit, because he was listening to it while I was with me. And when he heard, I'm about to tell everybody, because I'm going to tell everybody, because this is amazing to me, if this is true. And it's Paul Heyman, so might not be true. We don't know. But I love Paul Heyman, but, you know, it's Paul Heyman. Apparently, back in 2000, when Paul Heyman got the $500,000 loan with WWE through Vince, the original idea was actually to bring in Shane and have Shane run, or Shane be the business guy, for ECW. They were going to keep ECW and WWE separate, WWF separate. They were going to run it their own way, and then at the last minute, Vince changed his mind, decided it would be better for ECW to go out of business and him come in and take the tape library. So, it went away. We didn't get that. Which, within itself, was pretty bad, because it's like, well, okay, I can get that. Then he talks about some more stuff. When they relaunched ECW, that was all apparently Shane's idea, to relaunch ECW as a web-based show. Apparently, it was not supposed to be a TV show, it was supposed to be a web-based show, but as things started kind of picking up, they decided, well, why don't we put this on TV? So the sci-fi thing started up, and apparently, the concept was, originally, that it was supposed to be a completely different entity than, it wasn't supposed to be it wasn't supposed to be like SmackDown, where it was a brand. Apparently, it was going to be completely separate from SmackDown and Raw. It was going to be its own thing. The wrestlers were going to have different contracts. They were going to do their own touring schedule, very limited touring schedule. Basically, it was going to be a developmental type thing with Paul Heyman as creative and Shane McMahon running the business side of it. We didn't get that. I died a little bit inside when I heard this, because that sounds awesome to me. Even if they were bringing in guys that maybe you didn't really care about, but a web-based show, which means it would mostly be for us, the internet fan base, done by Paul Heyman, with Shane basically doing all the business stuff. I like this idea. It saddens me we didn't get this. It saddens me very much we didn't get this. I felt like I had to get that off my chest, and for everyone else that will cringe and cry when they hear that, you know, I'm sorry, but I had to share the pain of this. But anyways, Nigel's in TNA. Good job, TNA. Bad job on the name.